Hello and welcome back to In Stitches with Jackie. If you're new, welcome. So today is going to be a short, hopefully a short video as a follow-up to the video I posted about my disaster of a sewing room. First, I want to say thank you to all of the support I have received on this video. As the title stated, I was very anxious and almost did not post the video. I just felt, I know that crafters, sewer, embroiderers, cross stitchers, we're all a good community, but social media can be very rough sometimes. And I felt that I was opening up my personal space, which I normally don't do. I normally don't go in front of the camera as well. Due to fear of being the same thing, negative comments about whatever people are going to decide to give a negative comment about. And it was the complete opposite. Every single comment, except for one, was supportive. Basically stated they were facing the same thing, facing the same issues, dealing with messy sewing rooms, struggling with keeping up with projects, tons of suggestions on what I could do to improve my space, even though it's a small space. Bookshelves, more shelves on the wall, moving some of the furniture around in here, taking some of the furniture out of here. Tons of great suggestions. Also, Karen would Get It Done quilts. Now, I know I have come across that before. I don't think I've ever really, I think I might have put it on and like turned it off years ago or a year ago because I just was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I did watch her video yesterday and I did follow that today. I spent 15 minutes going through just things I could throw in the garbage. And I didn't find a lot. Did find some stuff under my desk here and threw that in the garbage and took some of the boxes out that I had sitting there. One of the things that I found that I wanted to ask is this is mesh cutaway stabilizer for embroidery. And one of the things that I do is I hold on to all these pieces because I'm going to, what do they call it? Franken stitch them together so that I can use it for another project. I have a whole container and another bag of this. I've never once tried to do that. Does anybody out there do this? Does it work? I'm sitting there saying, at first I thought, well, I have to do a zigzag stitch, right, to put it together. But then I thought maybe I could use double-sided tape and just overlap it. I think that might work, but am I going to do it? So out there, does anybody do this? Do you save your pieces? Because I'm ready to throw all this in the garbage, but it was one of those ones where the question mark came up, is this going to save me money? I don't know. It's definitely not going to save me time because I don't have to stitch all this stuff together. So that's a big question. Does anybody do that? Because I have a lot of this to throw out. So I did take and write down a lot of stuff, but before I forget, I want to do a call out. I want to do a call out to Chiara Osborne. Chiara Osborne. She has a YouTube channel. She's a quilter. She's a cross stitcher. I think she has a long arm. I am a subscriber to her channel, and like me, she's a newer content creator struggling to get her subscribers. And she did a call out to my video. She watched the video. Not only did she mention it, she didn't remember my name, which is totally fine, but she not only did a call out, she posted a link to the video so that people who go to her site could come and watch this video, that video. Now, when you're a new content creator and you're fighting to get people to subscribe to your channel, I love that character because she wasn't thinking of herself. She was just like, hey, I watched this video. I really can relate to it. And I'm going to post it because I'd like people to watch it. So I'm giving the call out to her. I'm hoping that people will click on her channel, give her some support, maybe subscribe to her channel. She does do some nice content there. I've been subscribed to her and she does a great job. So please check her out. All right, so real fast, what I think I'm going to do, and I'm doing this on my laptop. I don't normally record myself, and I'm trying to sit up as close as I can because I don't have a microphone. So the last thing I want people to say is, well, I saw your video, but I couldn't hear a word you were saying. I have a very strong voice. I have a very deep voice. So I'm hoping that you're going to be able to hear this well. So I've been writing down all the suggestions, and I'm going to say the number one suggestion, number one, was to get some type of bookcases, shelving, IKEA cabinets. IKEA is probably not going to go well. If this was my space, yes, I probably would. But I keep saying this isn't my space because I don't own this place. And so one of my issues has been throughout the whole place here is I don't have pictures on the wall. I don't vest a lot of time into decorating or doing anything because it's not my place. It's not my place. And it's held through in the sewing room here. Even though I'm going to tell you that I've been here 10 years. This year I will have been renting this place for 10 years. So yes, I could have done a lot of stuff. But every year, you don't know. I had somebody suggest moving the green cabinet to the wall with the window, and this way when I was sewing I would have a nice view. My initial concern was that my sewing machine would be exposed to cold because this window is not a great window, and not only does it allow a ton of heat in the summertime, it allows a lot of very cold wind. I have a pond and an open field behind me. I get wind gusts through here like you would not believe. And so yeah, I have my new friend here, my HTV Rod, sitting here, but I've been kind of covering her with a jacket so she doesn't get too cold. So anyway, I'm thinking that that might not be a bad idea. Now, this is something I'm not going to be able to do now. I just wanted to let people know that, yes, I have wrote down all the suggestions and I do agree. I need to open that wall, or I need to open this wall. That is my longest wall. And what people have suggested is getting the cabinets. What I'm going to get, I already know what I'm going to get. They're half-size cabinets, and they have the cloth baskets, and there's 9 of them, and they're pretty big. My daughter has one for her girls to keep all their toys and little puzzles and stuff, and my daughter-in-law did the same thing, and they really hold a lot of stuff. And then the top part is wide enough to where maybe I could put my thread, my OESD thread stands, whatever, thread containers. There's a lot I can do with that, and I think that that is going to be a really good idea. Not only that, it would allow me to hang a quilt there, and I really need to do that. I have another shelf. It's a shelf that has the bar to hang a quilt, and I'm going to put it on the other side. So yeah, I am going to decide to put some holes in the wall. There's a ton of holes in the wall here, so I just didn't want to add more, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So those are some of the changes, but those are not going to come right away. I am still working. I'm going to follow Karen here. I can follow that so much, but I still need to do what is specific to my quilting space here, my crafty space. And I need to still address things how I feel I need to address them in the end. But I definitely believe that it's a great motivator to keep me going on the right track. So again, thank you to everybody. My plan was to let everybody know how great 2025 ended. I just stayed home yesterday. I made a ham and some potato salad, stuff like that. My daughter lives across the street. They were able to have some dinner. And I spent the rest of the evening responding to comments. So anybody that I have not responded to, please give me a little grace. This is the busiest post I have ever had, and I am trying to respond to every single one. I don't know if I already mentioned this, but 99.9% of the comments, all positive, except for one. So I'm going to say 99.9 because one person decided to be a little mean, and I did delete that comment. I deleted it. I don't care if they subscribed and they unsubscribed when I realized I deleted it, but it had nothing to do with the content, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So today I'm also going to work on a whip because Karen says to do that. Work on a whip, but work on a simple whip. So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get that done today because it's already 12:30. I'm going to get that done today, and I am going to probably post that video tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm going to try to get 2 whips done. I am still working on this backpack, but I'm not in a hurry for that. That was something I was supposed to have done for Christmas. I also did want to say there was a person who pointed out, if you're having these issues, why are you starting a new project? Like, you have no right starting a new project. And she was right. She was correct. I'm sitting here saying how I'm overwhelmed with all this stuff, but yet I'm starting a new project. One of the things was is I saw that pattern and I knew that it was perfect for that fabric. And by the way, there's so many people who said how much they love that fabric. Uh, Everybody thought that that Valentine fabric was beautiful. And yes, I knew I had that stuffed in that bag, because even though I stuff a lot of bags, I know what I have in some of them. And that one I knew because I just bought that this year. I think February or probably January. I don't know. But she did ask, why are you starting a new project if that's part of your problem? And what I wanted to say is I have way more projects going on than what I put on my channel. And I did buy that pattern specifically for that fabric because I knew it was going to be gorgeous. First of all, I've stated before, I love houses. I love houses. I love quilts with houses. And when I saw that pattern, I had to have it. It was $12. So I did buy that pattern. And yes, I do have to make better choices. Am I going to start that project? Yes, I am going to start that project. Do I realize that it's probably not smart? Yes, for the normal person, it's not smart. But again, because I do content for my channel, I want to keep things relevant. These are things I would be making anyway, right? So yes, am I going to stitch the whole thing on my channel? No, but it is something that I want to showcase that fabric. I've had a lot of people say how beautiful that fabric is. So yes, she is correct, but yes, I am still going to work on that. I have my backpack going, and I am going to have a few little whips going on here and there. And that is what I've decided to do. Thank you to everybody for making the end of my 2025 better than I could have ever imagined. I very much am enjoying all the comments. Please keep the comments coming. And I also plan on doing more follow-ups related to this because this is going to be an ongoing thing. And I think that there's enough of us in the same boat that it could keep it relevant. So thank you again. Please like, please subscribe, and please come back for more content. Thank you.